Hello, this is Andrew Tsai and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be looking at this 2014 Mac Mini and I'm going to be installing this solid state drive inside it. So we're upgrading from the dead Fusion drive that's in here and we're going to be upgrading to a 2 terabyte solid state drive, which is going to make this computer run much faster. So the clients told me that this Fusion drive has died and I'm not really surprised because the Apple Fusion drives don't have a good reputation and they die a lot. So what we're going to do is dismantle this computer and then we're going to put this new solid state drive in and then we're going to reinstall the operating system. So the first thing to do is to flip the Mac Mini open and then we're going to use a plastic spudger to lift open the bottom panel. Okay, so once we've done that, we've got this kind of antenna plate at the bottom. So we're going to use a screwdriver to remove these. So normally what we use is a T6, I believe. Yeah, that's right, a T6 screwdriver. And we're going to remove these. And it's a good idea to remember where these kind of go because the big ones act as clips for the black plastic cover. And the small ones are just there to hold it in. So there we have the plate. So we're just going to remove this very gently because this is held in via an antenna wire, which goes just there. So if I see this particular wire, it's held in via this little clip here. So I'm just going to unscrew this. And then, you have to be very careful with that because luckily I didn't lose that little screw there. But this screw attaches to that cable. So we'll make sure that that's all together. Good. So the next thing I'm going to do is remove the solid state drive here. I'm going to use a smaller T5 to do this. That little clip holds the solid state drive in and then we can lift out this drive here. And this particular drive is a 128 gigabyte solid state drive and this particular model can have the internal hard drive as well as a solid state drive, and these were arranged in a kind of fusion state. We're going to replace this entirely using the single 2 terabyte solid state drive, which is a standard 2.5 inch version. The next thing I'm going to do is take out the fan housing. So we could have used the T6, but I'm continuing to use the T5. It kind of fits quite nicely. I'm going to lift this whole thing and this little fan clip here, and we're going to put this to the side. And then we are going to take off this cable for these solid state drive holder. This one here as well. And then we're going to lift this clip off with my spudger so it can be removed later. I'll remove this clip. As well as the little metal clip here. Make sure those go together. I'm going to lift up this cable here. Good. We're going to lift we are going to remove this screw here. Which is a long one. We need to make sure we put that in the right place. So the next thing we need to do after we've removed these cables is to pull this entire logic board out. So I happen to use one of these tools which was provided by OWC in one of their packs. You can use this or you can bend any kind of stiff wire into these two holes, and then all you need to do is basically insert like a coat hanger or this tool and then kind of push it down a little bit, and then use it to leverage this kind of logic board to come out. So that kind of pulls out like that. Let me just move it a bit forward so I can show you. Let's pull this back a bit. It's a little bit stiff, but once this clip gets out, then it'll work a bit better. Good. So once that's a little bit looser, then we can go ahead and remove this cable with a lot more ease. And once we've pulled that cable out, we can now pull out the power cable here, and we should be able to just slide the rest of this logic board out, and we can kind of put this to the side because we're going to put that back later. And we are very close to being able to pull out the hard drive assembly here. So I'm going to take this T5, take out the last remaining screws. So we've got two here holding the brackets together, and the annoying thing about these is you kind of have to remove the power cable as well. What you do with this power supply port is that you kind of twist this to the left, one of the more stressful parts of this Mac Mini rebuild, because it's all this technology is packed in really nice and tight. So that power supply just fully comes out, and we're left with the final piece of the puzzle, the hard drive bracket. So this was an extremely annoying fix to take out what should be the easiest thing to take out of this whole computer is the hard drive, but they've buried it right at the very bottom. So to remove this hard drive, we have the last piece, which is the 4 screws, pretty standard around these kinds of ports. And I'm going to use something larger, so a T6 is not going to work. We need a T7, I think. Yeah, T7 for the edge screws. So once those screws are out, then we are able to lift the original hard drive and then we can pull out the SATA cabling like that. So we're going to dump this 1 terabyte hard drive and solid state drive combo and put them to the side. And then what we're going to do is install this Sunbow 2 terabyte solid state drive into the Mac Mini. So this solid state drive will just clip into this cabling, like so. Yeah, so this sticks down, and then that cabling goes through there. It kind of threads through this back hole. So you want to make sure this happens before we screw this back in. So make sure it's nice and secure there. And then we're going to put those four screws back in. And that clips in like that. And see, that is all now done. So solid state drive installed, the Fusion drive removed, quite a large upgrade from 1 terabyte to a 2 terabyte solid state drive. This is going to run much faster, and we just need to install the operating system and restore the backup. So anyway, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and check out my next tech video.